There we go. Hello, everyone. I don't know how long I was actually doing that for, I'll be honest, but no downloads. Lovely stuff. Good to see you all. How's it going? Zorkin, President Donald Gasly. I've just screwed my screen up. Summer Boy, GM, Spiky. Good evening. Good evening. Happy 4th of July. Indeed. It is the 4th of July, so to all my American friends, have a good day, have a safe day. Don't do anything stupid, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Yeah, there you go. Whilst it's not a day I celebrate, it has been a good day nonetheless. Got my second highest runs scored in a cricket match, so I was pleased. Thick neck, thick nose, thick ass, thick mark. I'll be honest, those three have described me perfectly. Thick neck, thick nose. It's a big boy. Look at that shiner, and then thick arse. No one's seen it as far as I'm aware, but damn. Darkness Rises info, please. That is a good question. I actually need to do some work for that, I'll be honest. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to report right now. Like, it's the summer holiday at uni, so we've not done anything. We've not had any meetings or anything like that. So, yeah, we are taking a break from all that, and then we'll, because it's based on it's a uni project, so it's not like we just did it randomly. Like, we had last semester, we had a module dedicated to pre-production processes and all that stuff, and then next semester, when we start back in September, is production for that pre-production stuff we did. So that's when we'll properly start on it. So yeah, I want to do some work for it over the next few months whilst I'm at home. But yeah, hope it's going to take place on Old Mantel. It's not. Am I the only one who needs Mantel Mix and needs it now? Anyone? I really want it, honestly. It looks like popcorn, but different, and I'm like, it does look really good. It does look very good, I'll be honest. Shall we take a trip on our favourite rocket ship, Zorkin, and go to Old Mantel and get some Mantel Mix? We're going on a trip. Why is the first video on the channel the face reveal? It shouldn't be. Oh, message retracted. No, the first video on the channel is a 20-minute stream of Battlefront 2015 that I did in 2016. No, 2017. Let's do some blasts just to warm up a bit. Why not? I was literally listening to that Little Einstein song a while ago. What? Love that. We are in sync, my friend. I'm not gonna lie, the lighting's actually quite good today. The natural light around here is fine. It's not causing any issues. And then I've got my light in front of me, which is chef's kiss. Hola, hello Tom. How are you doing? Good to see you. All right. Let's roll. It's really annoying that my laptop can't compute the transition going back out. Yeah, because it's supposed to come in, then stay there for a bit, and then go back out the way it came in. So yeah, it's just my laptop's not the best, so it's a bit like, you know, computer says it basically its computer says no. So boom, Bo the clown. I'm sorry, Bo. Right, where did I get to? Thoughts on Star Wars Visions? It looks really interesting. I'm not an anime fan, like, at all. I don't care for anime, really. So my excitement for Star Wars Visions was never that high. Some of them look really interesting though, I think. Like there's a bunch of people dressed in like First Order armor. Like they're like in First Order armor that they've clearly like found and carved stuff out of it. Like it looks like those people look really cool, some interesting dark side looking characters and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. I think it could be a fun little thing. I don't care too much for it honestly, but I think it could be a bit of fun. So yeah. Could be better, but you well, hopefully you will be better very soon, my dude. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good actually. Yeah, pretty good. I still need to plan my week of content and stuff like that, and just really try and push hard over the next couple of weeks. So it's going to be busy, but yeah, I played cricket today. Unfortunately, we only got we almost finished our innings of batting, so my team's innings of batting, and I got 80 not out, so it's my second highest. For those who know cricket, then you'll know that that's a decent score, and for those who don't know, that it's a decent score. So yeah, really happy with how that went. So yeah, today's been a good day. Weather's not been great, but it's picked up now a bit, which is nice. So. You've decided to try and get max Phasma. Christ. What are you just gonna grind HPV for that, or are you just trying to go for kill streaks? Like, what is your game plan to get max Phasma? Alana. I thought I was gonna say Alan, but oh no, go for the head, you mug. Do you think EA announced something out of Star Wars at EA Play? I think there's a possibility of it happening. Like, I mean, of course, there is always a possibility, but I don't know. I'm not that confident, to be honest. Like, I know we had this whole Lucasfilm Games thing, but with I mean, I wasn't really expecting anything. Like, I would have liked to have seen something on May 4th, but that's not like, that's like a fan-claimed holiday sort of thing. It's not like an official day where they have to reveal news and stuff like that. So, but still, like, we didn't get anything on May 4th. We didn't get anything at all at E3, which was a massive shock to me, honestly. Like, I was expecting to see Star Wars Hunters at least, but we got nothing there. And yeah, and as a result of that, I'm not particularly confident in EA Play Live, to be honest. So we'll see. I think if we... what I really want to see from EA Play, and I think I'll do a video on this week, or like next week, talking about it all properly, but I really want to see like a, sort of like a what's next for EA Star Wars, like a road ahead. It's like a road ahead video where, they have like developers from different studios talking about what they're working on and stuff like that. So that kind of works in announcements of new games with things we kind of already know about. I mean, to be fair, we don't know, like, EA currently don't have any games like being worked on that we officially know about. Like, we know that Respawn are working on another Jedi game, but we haven't been told exactly what that is. There's not been a fancy announcement about that. That's the thing. So you can kind of wrap it, you can kind of wrap like 3 announcements into one video, so yeah, I'm not sure, like, I'm not gonna get too, like, I don't want to get my hopes up too high for EA Play. That's the only thing I will say. We shall see though. If we do get stuff, then I'll be very excited, but if we don't, then it is what it is, and there's not a lot we can do about it. So now, where was that from? Was that? Guess what I've been doing all day? Translating education-related terms to English is always a little difficult, but basically our game project didn't get fully accepted, and we had to try and complete a few things. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I mean, so is this a game project that you, when you say it didn't get accepted, is that as in like you've pitched an idea and they said no to it, or is this you've done a bunch of work for it but they're not happy with it and they want you to make changes? SV, good to see me. I hope you're doing well. For a second I thought you were playing Cargo Drop. Wait. Do you mean Jetpack Cargo? Yeah, I think you do. Oh, what a game. To be fair, I can see why you think that. I'm a jetpack trooper on Tatooine. Love that. What a mode that was. Come on. Nice. I think someone else is around here, but I don't really know where exactly, so that's fine. There's an enemy. Well, I haven't really been looking at the map, to be honest. No, it's a school project. We've made a game and didn't meet all the criteria, so we had to redo some things, fix some bugs, etc. Okay, yeah, I get that now. Yeah. That's fair. That's a pain though, like, to have to do that on a Sunday as well, like, yikes. Did you get much help from your team, or? Haven't played Battlefront 2 in a hot minute. Yeah, to be fair, before last, was it last Sunday I did my first stream in over a month sort of thing? I think before then, I hadn't played Battlefront in a month, which for me is a long time, so... I think I've only ever had a gap like that. I think I've only ever had a break like that one other time before. You know, I've had like a few weeks off here and there, but like, whoa, that was a lot for me. You know, a month is always a lot. It's nice to take breaks though, because you don't get like, you know, if you keep playing, you don't get bored so easily. So get him. Love that from me. What do you think is happening with like your Star Wars Skull Saga? Honestly, GLM, I don't know. Like, I think it's got to a point now where they just straight up shouldn't announce a release date, and they should just wait honestly until the game goes gold. Because it's just delay after delay, you know. I think they just need to have the game go gold, and then yeah. Yeah, just wait until the game is actually finished and then be like, hey, we're releasing it in a couple months' time, sort of thing. Honestly, yeah, that's what I think, to be honest. I'll take that though. Four aerial troopers on the top there. Love that. Oh, bless me. Sorry. I've got work experience tomorrow, but I can't go out into the field as Corona, so they're coming to us and giving us lectures, and me and 4 other people are working with an animation team. I don't know much about it. Okay, oh, so it's like a creative thing then. That should be really cool though. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously kind of sucks that you don't know much about it at the moment, but no, that sounds interesting. Should be good. Just been playing Pokemon Showdown or Battlefield 4 on PC. Nice. Don't think I know what Pokemon Showdown is, but it sounds really cool. I want to play. Yeah, so I'm supposed to be on summer break right now, but since all my other 11 teammates seem to be away on vacation, I've had to do 100% of all the work. How have all 11 people been away on vacation all the same day? Like, come on. Even had to download Photoshop because I couldn't get hold of a single artist, so I've had to do all the work. Jesus Christ. Worst part is that we all agreed when we planned the project that we weren't going to do an inventory and an item system because we all agreed it would be an overscope. But for some reason, those plebs went and implemented an inventory system anyway, and yeah, it's completely broken. The code is awful, and I've had to sit here with a raging headache fixing that awful item system that we weren't going to include in 30-degree heat. Christ. That's so bad. That is so bad. I think I remember talking to you about this recently, but like, talk about that. Like, if you have to like write a report up about like your team and how you think the whole thing went, please, for the love of God, talk about how wrong that, how like talk about the issues that went on there. Why is dual zoom not on here? I can see that the scope isn't there. Yeah, please just mention that, because that is just really poor on their part. Oh, I had the headshot lined up. I had it lined up. Don't think we'll get it this year. Yeah, I'm honestly, Gian, I'm like, what? Oh, so it is. It's just a glitch. Okay. I'm really 50-50 on it right now. Yeah. I'm 50-50 on whether or not it will release this year. I don't think it will, and I don't know. I won't be too upset if it doesn't, honestly. Like, yeah, I really want the game. I'm excited for it, but I mean, there's not a lot I can do anyway, so I'm not really dwelling on it. But if we do still genuinely get Star Wars Hunters this year, I mean, if EA announce something for this year as well, fantastic. But it's more, it'd be great to get Star Wars Hunters this year. Oh, hello. So yeah, Star Wars Hunters like late this year. Lego Star Wars early next year, and then Jedi Fallen Order 2 like late next year. That would be amazing, honestly, if we could do that. Yeah, I hope you get 100% of the credit there though as well, because that's just so bad. You've complained heavily to my teachers, and my team's awful, and they know I've done all the work. Okay, well, at least they know you've actually been the one to do it all, because that will... Because the thing is, though, yes, this is a pain in the arse, but it reflects really well on you. Like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, is it really worth it, though? It's one of those things that's like, is it genuinely worth it or not? Which, you know, to be honest, maybe it's not. But at the end of the day, you're going to be... you're the one who, to your teachers especially, will be on top, whereas all of these other people in your team will be in some way negatively impacted. Like, I just hope as well that the grade isn't fully dependent on how good the project is, because if it is, then that's bad for you, because, you know, the work you've done could make it, you know, incredible, but that also means that because it's incredible, everyone else gets credit, whereas, like, the same grade, whereas if it's done, if the report is included as part of the grade, then that's obviously really good, so it'll be more beneficial for you at that point. Star Wars Hunters is Nintendo Switch only, question mark. Then Zorkin rightly says Switch and mobile, I think, GM. Yeah, so Star Wars Hunters is free to play on mobile and Switch when it releases. So it's going to have a big audience. I mean, look at Galaxy of Heroes and how well content does for that. Like, you know, Arnold 101, like, he streams Galaxy of Heroes and gets 8,000 people watching him. Like, it's crazy how popular he is with Galaxy of Heroes and how popular Galaxy of Heroes streams are. Like, it's honestly mind-blowing to me on it. So, yeah, Star Wars Hunters has that same potential, honestly, and I really want to try and grab that attention, to be honest, because it could be great for the channel. You know, if the game's actually enjoyable, then it could be really good. So I'm gonna do the best. quickly. Oh, there's still. Oh, wait. It's a fellow Sith trooper. Love that. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't get rid of one thing without it impacting the other thing. Like, if it was that simple, then it would be so good, but unfortunately it's not. Oh, that timing. So unfortunate for me. Sugar. The inventory is basically optional. It's just to show which items you have. So it being broken isn't game breaking, but the item system is game breaking. Yeah. Nice. Oh, that KFX spy is going to be a problem. Oh no. Okay. I've done 5 projects this year, and all of them have had different teams, but next year I'll have the same team the whole year. If I don't get a better team, I'll have to rethink my career choices. Christ. Yeah, being stuck on a team of bad people is not good. So have you had bad teams all year round, or is it like mostly just this team? So I remember you complaining about teams before, honestly. I don't know if it's the same teams now, but yeah, I mean, like, I'm lucky in that pretty much everyone in my uni is pretty solid. Like, there are a few people that I'd rather not have. Like, not saying that they're not good. It's like, in terms of the work they can do, like, they're really strong. Like, they're still strong, but it's more just their attitude to things, and like that's what like I don't want, like, because one person slacking off can have just major impacts on the rest of the thing.
The attackers have been neutralized. They stood no chance.
You can make a Star Wars BR game. Hell yeah. No, I've had reasonably good teams except for this one. Okay. Most people are inexperienced, but I've always had 1 or 2 people in each discipline who have been able to help me carry. Yeah. This time it's basically all me. That's the thing, like, even if you have a few people slacking behind, like, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world, because, yeah, if you have a few people who are really strong, then that's great. Like, in terms of like a lot of the actual work, like the art side of things, the implementation for all our stuff, like, I can do it, but I'm more just like, you know, I can do it, but I feel like I'm probably a bit average with, well, I don't know. I think I don't think I back myself as much as I should, really, but, you know, I feel like I'm okay with stuff, but, you know, most people I'd say a lot of the people in my course are probably better at that, but I'm very much more of a producer, so I forgot so many human choices. I'm very much more of a, yeah. I'm more of the guy who I like, you know, I keep things organized, documentation I'm good at, and stuff like that, you know, it's just, I'm good at that stuff mostly, I'd say. Like, I've got really strong skills with that, but yeah. Oh, I love a scrum. I chose a Celestin now, come on. I've had one really amazing level design in my team, but unfortunately the complementary work was only programs and artists. Yeah. You guys seems like you know how to code very complex codes. I don't code at all. I don't know any code whatsoever. Zorkin will. For me though, the work I do is all artistic. Like, I mean, I might need to learn like the Unreal Engine blueprints and stuff like that, but that's node-based workflow, not, you know, I'm not gonna be sitting there coding for like 40 hours a week just to get something done. Yeah, I couldn't put myself through that. This team was beyond awful. I mean, literally every daily Scrum meeting, you could clearly hear one of our level designers sitting and playing World of Warcraft in the background, spamming his keyboard. Oh, that's so bad. Yeah. It's like, take a break for, like, because the thing is though, Scrum meetings aren't supposed to be long. They're literally supposed to be like 15 minutes to an hour. Like, it's not like you're sat there for like a 3-hour call, like getting loads of stuff done. Like, spare 15 minutes to an hour to, you know, to have a bloody meeting and talk to people. Like, but I think as well, though, Zorkin, is like, if these people have, if this person clearly has this attitude to his work, then he's just not going to get anywhere. Like, he's just wasting his time and money, unless he doesn't have to pay for it. But you have this one programmer who's basically done nothing except break my code for this entire project. Christ. Yeah, people who negatively affect work is just, it's so bad. Damn it. I can code very little stuff, like I've been working on subroutines at the moment. See, like, that's far more than I could do. I am not a coder. He never sat in a voice call during project time like literally everyone else, and he did nothing. It's apparent he just did individual assignment during project time. Christ. Oh, this is Sweden, it's free. Okay. Fair dues. You're lucky. That's the thing though, I feel like if it was paid, he'd put a lot more like effort into it. I mean, he might not, like, these people might not put in more effort if they had to pay, but like, you know, in the UK, university, if you're on a 3-year course, just the actual course fees, if it's 3 years, is 27, you're spending 27 grand. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, you essentially get a loan from the bank and have to pay it back over your life, but this is still 27 grand that you're going into debt, plus you're going to be getting maintenance loan as well, most likely. So that could be anywhere between 2 and a bit grand to 9 grand again. So depending on how much there, that's even more debt. So like, you could be racking up like 54 grand debt by the time you finish uni. So whilst you're there, like, the way I see it is the fact that you're spending so much money to put into education, to go into, you know, this big fancy job, like, you might as well actually, you know, really focus and use your time wisely, because otherwise you're just going to be a bit like, otherwise it's just pointless. Like, you're wasting money, you're not going to be earning as much from your job in the future as you could have done if you didn't go to uni. So like, joke's on you, really. I may be young, but I've been programming since the age of 9. I would say I'm experienced. Yeah, I would say so as well. Crikey. He's gonna be so mad if I get him. Yes. Be mad, bro. Be made. Damn it. Yeah, I feel like paid higher education is preferable. Maybe not as expensive as in the US, but forcing people to think their choices and not waste money. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. And I mean, the thing is, though, it may not necessarily work out for everyone. Like, some people will still go to university, but they'll study like history or something, which, you know, not entirely sure what the career prospects are for studying history at university. But like, it's something. But like, people will use higher education as well as a time to, well, party, to be honest, as well. A lot of people tend to party, but also just to figure things out as well. Just have a bit more time in education to work out where they actually want to be, even if that means paying 27 grand for a course you don't really enjoy doing. Oh, you jammy bugger. My teacher who used to work at DICE is so good. Imagine if I got a job there. Plus, getting to work along with hundreds of others just as good as him and getting to learn and grow for real instead of having to carry these morons. That's the thing. Like, if you keep working as hard as you are, then there is absolutely no reason why you can't get a job at DICE in the future. There's no reason why you can't. And these people are going to end up, you know, not being able to get a job in the industry because they're not working hard enough to be able to do it. Like, I mean, they may get lucky and get into an indie company and work on an indie game, which obviously isn't a bad thing, but, you know, it's more potentially a slightly easier route to get into the industry in. But if their work ethic remains the same, then they're not going to go very far with it, you know? They're not going to be able to work on these big games that, you know, you will someday do, no doubt. So, like, yeah, it's annoying, but, you know, you're carrying morons right now, which is a challenge in itself. So, you know, be happy with the work you've been putting in. Just keep on the grind and you'll go places where they'll only ever be able to dream about. So that's the way I see it.
They're overwhelmed. Maintain fire.
Oh, hello. Oh, he got a bit keen. Sorry, chap. Ah. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if Skywalker Saga was pretty much finished by now. It was just like way too buggy that they needed to spend more time to fix it. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. Bollocks. Come on, 8 people left. We got this. Let's get the map back up. Yeah, that's how it's done. Lovely. Oh yes. No one touch me, please. Really good. Get the headshots in, boy. Oh wait. That is what we like to see. What time is it? Oh, crikey. It's 10 too. I feel like some parts of software development and entertainment industry is a huge bubble which will burst in a couple of years. Mostly in web and app development, so many companies who keep hiring more and more people. It really will though. Like, if you can do a few weeks long boot camp and get high paying job as a web developer. Oh yeah, like the thing is, technology, you know, over the last, you know, God knows how many years now, like 40, 50 years, like, you know, IT, software development and all that stuff, like it's been huge, and you know, more and more people have been hired into it and all that, you know. But it's only going to get bigger over the next 10, 15, 20 years and beyond, because there's so, you know, people are relying on technology for more and more things as time goes by, and there's even more applications for technology, whether that's, you know, external, you know, whether that's external reality, augmented reality, virtual reality, simulations, and or if it's just something like graphic design and, you know, just general web development. You know, there's so many more applications for that in the entertainment industry as well, like virtual production and stuff like that. Like, it's growing, but it's only going to get bigger from here on out, and there's going to be a lot of really high earning jobs over the next several years. And yeah, the industry is definitely growing. I think it's a really good time to be getting into it, but also yeah, it's just such a good time to be looking to get into it, honestly. Like, and being in our positions as well, like where we're like learning about this stuff and going to be getting into the industry within the next couple of years, like, that's huge. And you know, influencer marketing, the first half of that honestly wants me to puke because I hate that word influencer. But you know, even influencer marketing over the last like couple years has exploded. Like, look how many sponsorship deals, you know, YouTubers and streamers are getting, and yeah, like whether that's like sponsors, you know, just one-time sponsors or long-time partnership deals and all that stuff, that's just gonna get bigger and bigger as well. Like, whether you know, and whether people like it or not in the older generation, like, content creators, oh my lord, are a huge part of, you know, especially the games industry, where, you know, whether you want to use them for promotional reasons or because they've been creating content on these kind of games, you want to get them in to get their idea, you know, as a third party, to talk about their feelings on the game, you know, have a play test, all that stuff. Like, yeah, as the games industry grows, you know, content creators are going to be used more and more, and you know, it's crazy. Like, I've been saying this for the last 2 months, but I honestly would say that now is the perfect time. Like, if you want to get into Star Wars YouTube, now is the perfect time. Or like Star Wars gaming, now is the time. Because yes, it's really quiet now, but that's kind of a good thing at the moment, I would say, because it gives people time to like figure out what they want to do and everything like that, but then also to start making videos, release some videos, and start getting noticed in various places. So yeah, that's good. Dr. Awesome and Isa, good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. It's going very well though, thank you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Where are you? Where to? Ego sum, that's Latin. Is that I am? I can't remember, it's been a while. Oh, you jammy bugger. Wait, did I miss a thing behind that? Oh, these people, oh, hello. What a shot. Oh no, that's not a good space to be. These people are extremely experienced. One day companies will realise that throwing more and more experienced developers at a problem only makes it worse. Oh, 100%. Absolutely. Less is more sometimes. It really is. God damn it. The industry is going to get bigger, but I feel like someone's going to make a convenient technology that will automate a lot of work, which inexperienced app and web guys do. So many programmers write unoptimized, sloppy code. I would wager 75% of what gets taught at software engineering, computer science education is complete nonsense, which makes programs worse. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. Bear with me. Sorry about that. Yeah, it wouldn't really surprise me, to be honest. But this is where things need to... The thing, if that's the case, then the education systems need to be looked at and reworked, because that's not really acceptable. That's the thing. Oh my days. UML diagrams, design patterns, and all that tripe. Yeah, kind of want to get into game development job, but I'm useless at coding and everything else I've never experienced. Zorkin says it is fully possible to get into game development, and like Mark is saying, it's the perfect time. As long as you're serious and passionate about it, go for it. Yeah, this is the thing. My advice is don't look at this as like, oh yeah, I really want to get into it, but I don't really know anything, so I'm not gonna try. Because at the end of the day, you know, you could just not try. You could be in a job in 20 years that you despise, and then be like, oh damn, I really wished I looked more into game development. That's not where you want to be. You don't want to be in that situation, because that situation is just probably horrible, you know? You want to be in a situation where actually you grab that bull by the horns and you actually end up in a place you want to be. And if animation sounds interesting to you, then look into animation. Like download, if you've got a PC, download Blender, get a model off the internet for free, and look into rigging and animation. Like the thing, I think another thing that people don't realize is this stuff is so easily accessible. Blender is a really good free tool for modeling, rigging, animation. You know, I've never used Blender myself because I've been using Autodesk Maya, but it's almost the same thing really, just different and free. If you don't fancy Blender that much, look into Unreal Engine. That's completely free to download, and you can do animation stuff inside of that as well. So just look into stuff though, like Zorkin lists stuff, I think. Oh yeah, you don't have to be a programmer to make games. You could be an artist, designer, tech artist, animator, producer, QA, etc. Yeah, like there's so many. You might have been here at the time, actually, Tom, but like there are so many different jobs in games that you wouldn't believe. Like, it's crazy. You know, not only that, but like community team and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's unbelievable how much stuff is in there. It's already much money. There's already so much money in doing YouTube and streaming, etc. It's going to be more over the years. You're absolutely right, Jen. Like, there's already there is a lot of money in content creation and doing YouTube anyway. Like, if you have a successful channel, you know, well, if you have like 50k subs and you're getting like, oh, I've just seen that late. I mean, yeah, if the topic that you cover on your channel is like relevant and stays relevant for like a long period of time, and you're getting loads of views and your channel's growing and stuff like that, you could, even if you had like 50k at the time, like you could probably still be going full time on that, like just based on ad revenue, super chats, memberships. Like, there's a new monetization system coming in soon called Applause, which is basically super chat but on videos. So where it says like, dislike, and I think subscribe as well, or clip or whatever, at some point, it's not out yet properly, like it's still in trial, but I can see it on YouTube. I can see it on the Creator Studio saying like this will be coming soon. You'll see like a clap thing and it will say applause. So that's basically super chat but for videos. Like, that's huge. Like, a lot of people won't stream on YouTube, so for them that's going to be huge. But also just on top of that, people who do stream, even for them, like it's huge. So there's already just so much money in YouTube itself, but then just, you know, from other sources, like, you know, any programs you're on, any sponsorship deals, like that could be paying you as well. Like, it's crazy. Oh, I should have kept shooting. There we go. That's gonna catch me, isn't it? I'm really far behind on the chat. I'm really sorry, guys. I've rambled on a lot. That's an ARC trooper. All right, let me just catch up with the chat for a bit. Because... Right. Being a game voice actor and someone who can be scanned into a game is becoming quite a good job. For example, if you can do martial arts or parkour, you can easily be paid to create a 3D model. Well, if you're that person, then yeah, motion capture and stuff like that is huge. Yeah. You know, yeah, being like a stunt double, essentially being like the stunt guy for a motion capture project, yeah, it could be huge. And you know, yeah, being used as a 3D model. But even if you don't work in like a game, like if you download Blender and you make a model on Blender and you're really happy with it, you could literally, there's a website called TurboSquid. You could post it on TurboSquid for free, and people could, like, you can set the price for your model, and people can just go and buy your model off TurboSquid. Now, if you know, if you made a model and if you made a model of like a chair, but that chair was a very good chair, and you set the price at $2, and 500 people buy that model, that's $1,000 right there for you. And if you know, so if you make like 20 models and you set all of them for $2, and you know, all these other people go and buy that, that's a lot of money coming in. Obviously it's inconsistent, but it's there, you know. Game animation is really hard, but if you get it right, it's rewarding and fun. I can guarantee that. You just need to learn. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more that goes into animation that you actually realize, or that certainly for me, like learning about animation the last year, a lot more goes into it than I really thought. Like, you really, with animation, if you want to get realistic motion and everything like that, like, you need to just take into consideration like all the physics, the biology, like the actual skeletals. Like if you're animating a horse, for example, you need to really understand the actual skeletal structure of that horse and how a horse moves. Like how does its mane act in wind? Like how does its legs move when it canters or like actually runs, and you know, all these things, like, and that's just a horse, you know. You really need to look into, like, maths and science really goes into games, like it goes into games really well if you actually look into it. Yeah, and you also need to take into consideration angles. I mean, not just animation, but models as well. Like, if you're trying to render something, or whether that's a still or like a video of some kind, if there's something that's not great with your model, you can hide that by not showing it to the camera. But if you're actually, you know, if you're animating it for a game, then everything needs to be spot on, because you could have got 360 degrees to play with as well. That's the thing. I did art as a subject for GCSE. Biggest mistake of my life. It's not about art in that class. It's about how you can connect it to some obscure medieval artist that inspires you. Doesn't help with anything like animation modeling. No, art at school never is about... No, art at school is always to do with like painting or like actually sculpting clay. Yeah, like that's... Yeah, art at school is never about that stuff. Which is a shame. There are useful things you can learn in art, but honestly, like photography would probably be more useful than art in secondary school, because photography, I imagine, I mean, I've never done photography at school, but you know, you actually learn about you'll probably learn about composition and like the rule of thirds, the golden ratio, the golden triangles, and You'll probably get more out of photography at secondary school than you will an art class, to be honest. I so good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I do indeed remember you and the little joke there. Right. Got a PC either, which... Oh, I haven't got a PC either, which makes it harder. Okay. Have to use the ancient one in my living room. I'd look into getting one, to be honest. Even like, it doesn't have to be a massive £2,000 PC either. It could be a cheap PC, honestly, and it would probably be okay. Not like a really old, like, i3, you know, really, you know, Intel graphics kind of thing. But, like, if you got, like, a, you know, an £800 PC, like, you could probably run a bunch of stuff on that. You know, even if it was just a starter, you know? Something like that could be really beneficial. I mean... £800 could get you a decent amount, to be honest. Like, my laptop was... The laptop I use for streaming and everything like that at the moment only costs 900. So... You could get an okay PC for it all, so... Yeah. Been looking into one, just lockdown has made it hard getting paper rounds as loads of people want it. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. Getting a job now is really difficult. Really, where'd you read that? Jen, I imagine you're referring to the applause thing. So I heard about like YouTube applause. Like I heard about that monetization system last month, I think, because Tactical Brit posted it on Twitter, like because he saw someone on YouTube have it. So it's one of those things that's in trial at the moment. Like membership tiers were in trial at one point, but now it's for everyone. Yeah, it's in trial at the moment, but if you go to, you know, if you go onto Creator Studio and then, or like Creator Dashboard and all that stuff, well, yeah, if you go to YouTube Studio on your laptop, go to the monetization tab and then go on to the supers tab inside that. You should then have like the whole super chat active thing, but on the left hand side it says applause, and it should say like you do not currently have access to applause, like it'll be coming soon or something like that. So yeah, but it should be honestly be amazing for YouTubers. That's the thing. There are a lot of great game dev schools out there, but if there aren't any where you live, don't worry about it. You can be self-taught and still be successful. You just need to make a killer portfolio, or you can move. Yeah, that's the thing as well. Yeah, if there aren't that many great universities for like games or anything like that, like game courses near you at the moment, like there's no reason why not to move for uni or. Yeah, or just teach yourself, you know? There are no doubt so many really good tutorials out there that you can use to learn these things. Or just play about yourself, and if you do something and then it comes up with an error, research that error and try and understand why you can't do a certain thing, and then eventually things will link back up and stuff like that, you know? Just realised the thumbnail is of a droid shopping. Yeah, that's what I find so funny about it. The image I've saved it as droid in the market, I think. Like that's the name of the image. It was Arkaros that took the photo, but I like when I put it on my thumbnail, that's what I named it. It was like droid in market or something like that. Because why not? It's a good meme. Tons of great ones, for example, lighting artists who just sit and light levels. Oh wait, game animation is also... Oh wait, yeah, I already read that. Yeah. Do mini toy photography like Lego stuff and just watched a few videos on it and picked it up. Yeah, that's the thing, Dr. Wilson. Yeah, like the images you sent the other day, like they were really good. Like you had some really nice blur in the background. Composition wise, like they were actually pretty solid as well. So yeah, like it, you know, if you told me you'd done it before, like, or you'd done it for a while, like, I absolutely, you know, would have believed you. You know, it was a really solid start, and just keep practicing, keep looking at different techniques, whether it's lighting or angles and stuff like that, and you know, you'll be very solid. That didn't come through for me, Zorkin. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. What a legend. Super chat from a super T Watts. Christ almighty. No, I really appreciate that, Zorkin. Thank you very much, man. What a legend. Connor, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Do you watch F1? I do. I watched the first 10 laps of the race today, but then I had to go out and back because I was at a cricket match. But I have seen... I'm going to watch the race highlights actually after this. And then I'll be there. But this will be my last game as well, guys, because I promised a friend I'd be playing with them. I see... Oh, yeah, yeah. I see it now, besides Super Chat. Yes, besides Super Chat. Anyway, I have to go now, bro. I'll catch you in the next one. Yes, no worries at all. So thank you for popping in. The next one will probably be... I don't know. I'm going to try and stream tomorrow afternoon on the second channel. Oh, wait, no, hang on. I have a second channel. Well, I should have a second channel video going up tomorrow, to be honest. So... I don't know. I'll either stream on here again tomorrow afternoon, or... Yeah, I don't know. Either way, though, I have, like, my first short is coming back on. Like, shorts are coming back as of tomorrow, so it'll be, like, gameplay clips, stream highlights, the Q&A stuff. I've got a few Q&A videos recorded already, which is nice, so... So yeah, that is good. The FI8 hate Perez. Christ. I saw he got a 5-second penalty. I didn't see what for though. I think it was basically... I think Norris got a 5-second penalty for what he did to Perez, and I was told Perez did something similar to that. Can you imagine how much poorer I am just for finding Mark's channel? Oh god. What a Zorkin the goat indeed. You're all goats in my eyes. We are a goat farm here. Probably not the... Imagine someone coming in for the first ever time, and yeah, they just hear me saying that we're a goat farm. Oh, Christ. Anyways, I'll keep a lookout on my notifications. Have a good evening. Speak to you all after this time. No worries, so appreciate it, bud. Oh, Perez got 2 penalties? Christ. Yeah, you definitely have, Zorkin. You and GN have gone ham. Like, I can, like... Oh, God. The total amount that GN has just super chatted alone is on here. There you go. So, over the last 2 and a bit years of me being monetized, GN is the top donator there. 216 over the last 2 years or so, which is just absolutely crazy to think, to be honest. I don't know how much yeah, I don't know, like, there's no way I can, like, tally everyone up, because I'm obviously not going to do that, but yeah. But yeah, like, that as well, like, with the channel memberships on top of that as well, then yeah, it's crazy, honestly. But that's the thing, like, I find it so weird to think, I still find it crazy, like, I know, the whole people doing YouTube for a job thing's been a thing for a number of years now. Yeah, take care, Dr. Awesome. Thank you very much for popping in, bud. And yeah, like I know I want to be able to do it myself, but I just still find it weird that like I can just sit here, play Battlefront 2, talk a load of rubbish for like 2 hours, and hey presto, I've actually somehow made a little bit of money from that. Like, because yeah. If I were to get a channel membership, would you get all of mine? Not all of it. So, yeah, there are two options. Well, there are kind of two options for this. So, yeah, there are kind of two options really. So there's channel memberships and Patreon. Patreon is pretty much exactly the same as channel memberships. It's just on a different website, and I get more of the cut from that. So, YouTube take 30% of the channel membership. So if a channel membership is like $4.99, then YouTube will take 30%, and then I'll get 70%. But on Patreon, I think they only take 10%. I could be wrong, but they take, either way they take less. It's either like 10% or 20% or something around that. So obviously that means you won't get access to the main difference with that though is that you'll still get like your name on here where it says channel members in the bottom right corner. You'll still get thanked at the end of videos and all that stuff, but that's kind of it on top of the bonus stuff that it says on the tiers on Patreon. Like, you know, you won't get access to the emojis, the custom emojis on streams, which I am going to change at some point. I just don't really know when. I was hoping to have done it by now, but I'm not sure. You also won't have your name in green. You won't have the badge next to your name in stream chats. So essentially you won't get the YouTube bonuses side of things, but you will get all the Patreon side of things. So yeah, it basically just means you won't get to use custom emojis in stream chats or in video comments, and you won't have a green name and all that stuff. So yeah, but no, I really appreciate that, Eliza. Oh my lordy, that was almost on the floor. No, I really do appreciate that, man. Wait, both my uncles are electricians, and they have their own electrician companies. They make money. So I'm guessing they make a hell of a lot of money. And their nephew is trying to become a low-paying, overworked game programmer. They're not proud. Christ. The only reason I'm a member is because of these emojis. Maybe not the only reason. Christ. Game program is a safer job, though. Very low chance of dying. Christ. Oh, man. Look at you go. Hey, putting your life on the line so that we can have... So, GN out here putting his life on the line so people can charge their phones at night. As obviously amongst other things, of course. But that's... I feel like... See, this is the thing. I feel like we take these things for granted. To be able to, for me... to charge, literally do a simple task of charging my phone at night, it has actually required someone to actually do the electronics in the house, which is them actually putting their life on the line. Like, it's dangerous work. You don't think about it, but you know, it's such a small like thing for me to look at, like, oh, I can charge my phone. But then someone's actually gonna risk themselves to do that, you know. Crazy stuff. But don't you dare change them. I won't change all of them. Yeah, I let's have a look at them. There are some I'm changing. Like the standard helmet, I'm gonna change that because that's kind of pointless. The drinking one, I'm going to change that one, I think, or I'm just gonna just make it better, because that was just a screen grab off a stream one time. Thick neck I'll keep, GG I'll keep. Actually no, GG I'm keeping GG, but I'm gonna change it. Yeah, I don't know. Some of them I'll keep, some of them I'll change. Like, I'm not 100% sure which ones yet, but I'm also just thinking long term as well. When I get, as I get more members and more emojis available, I can just add them straight away and not have to wait ages. You need a poggers emote. I do have that in the works. Yeah, that is something I have in the works. And when I say in the works, like, I started it probably like 3 hours ago. Not 3 hours ago, 3 months ago. I've done like the initial sketch and all that stuff, but I haven't like actually finished it properly, so I need to do that at some point. But anyway, I'm gonna get going. It's really hot in here, to be honest. Actually, it's not that bad, but it could be worse. Anyway, you guys have been a pleasure as always. I'm gonna either play Rocket League or Warzone with a friend. There's not gonna be a butt emoji, but I gotta say, if there was, it would be me with a peach, because it's a peach. But there we go. That's probably something you didn't need to know. An information that I really didn't need to share, but hey ho. This is why you come to streams. You'll find a bit of a cheeky information and dad jokes. 24 hours stream when? I don't know. I'll do it at some point. Just not yet, because I don't really have the facilities to be able to do stuff like that. I have friends. Surprisingly, yes, I do. 12 hour stream at least. Okay, that I could do at some point. We'll see. You'll settle for 10 hours. That's easier. I'll figure something out at some point. Anyway, thank you all very much. Thank you all for watching, guys. You've always, well, as always, been an absolute pleasure. Probably stream again tomorrow, either on here or on the second channel. Shorts again starting tomorrow and all that stuff. So yeah, 1 hour stream at 1k, 1,000 hour stream at a mil. Oof. 69 hour stream when? JK. Anyway, ciao for now, guys. We'll speak soon.